So this is the Galaxy Fit 3. This is Samsung's newest smartwatch and it's only around $65. And they do promise 14-day battery life and a bunch of other things, but for $65, I think this is amazing. But stay tuned because I've had it for a week now and I'm going to be talking about the pros, the cons, and kind of what I've noticed with this watch. So let's get right into it. What's happening YouTube? Cesar Rendon here and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, especially if you like seeing tech content. Anyways, let's get right into it. So this is the new Samsung Galaxy Fit 3 and like I said, I love this watch. And the last time they released a Galaxy Fit was about 4 years ago and that one was pretty good. But this one right here for $65, you are getting a lot in this smartwatch. Now I am going to be separating this video into some sections. So first thing I want to talk about is just the appearance, how it looks, and how it actually wears on day to day. And then I'm going to be talking about the specs, battery life, and things like that. So first, I want to start off with the looks, and honestly, this thing is beautiful. I love how they did a square face, more of like a rectangular shape, and this does come with a 1.6-inch display, which by far makes it look amazing. It makes it look more like a smartwatch compared to just an activity tracker, but essentially that is what it is. And even though the screen is really huge, you do kind of have a little bit of a chin and some bezels on the side. I'm going to show you right now on the camera, like it's not too bad, especially for $65. I think this looks really good, but honestly you can see it a little bit. Personally, it doesn't bother me too much, especially the first week wearing it. It still looks really good. Plus, the faces I use really aren't this light. I use a lot of darker ones, so it kind of just blends in with the actual bezels on the side. Now, when it comes to the sides, it is very clean. You literally only have one button, and that's pretty much to take you back home, stop your workouts, especially when you're hitting the gym. No other buttons on top of it. On the back, you can see there's a heart rate monitor, and with this one, it does kind of light up from time to time, so you will see it like light up green, but it doesn't disturb me too much, especially when it's on my wrist. Like the OG Samsung watch from back in the day, you could see it a lot more. But I think since this one's square and just a little smaller, I don't see it as much, or maybe it's just because I have it really tight on my wrist that it doesn't really show. And the strap they give you out of the box is replaceable. This does come in 3 different colors. I got the black one because I feel like it's a little more slick. They do have the white one that comes with the white strap, and the actual metal itself is going to be silver. And then on top of that, you have a pink one. I like the black one, honestly. I think it's just super slick and can go with a lot more. If you do want to change the straps and get like a third-party strap, all you have to do is push the button right here and then it comes out. So just push this, boom, comes out extremely easily, and it's extremely easy to put back on. Just clicks right into place. Now, another thing that comes with the appearance of this watch has to be the amount of faces that you have for this watch. Now, there are so many faces and different customization options you can do with this watch, like hundreds of faces on the app. Just go to the Samsung Wear app and then it has hundreds of faces for this watch. And then obviously you can also put like a picture on here if you want to make it that personal, but the amount of faces that are on this watch, I absolutely love, because if I want a more elevated look, I can definitely get a watch face that's a little more elevated, or if I'm at the gym and want to see my stats as far as like my workout, my calories and steps, and even heart rate, I can do that as well. There is just so many options when it comes to faces on this watch that I absolutely love it, and I think it is great. Now, the next thing I do want to talk about when it comes to this watch has to be the specs. Now, I'm not going to go too deep into it. I'm just going to be talking about what I noticed whenever wearing this for the past week. And first things first, it's the battery life. Samsung promised a 14-day battery life when it came to this watch. I've had it for 7 days and it's already died on me. However, I do feel like when they talk about that battery life, they do the settings like as low as possible, like no always on display. They have the display really low when it comes to brightness. I just feel like they tweak it so it can last 14 days. But for me personally, on a day-to-day basis, I like having the always display on. I also like having the screen brightness on the watch kind of a little over half. And with doing that, it lasted me about 4 days. Keep in mind, I do sleep with this, so at night I would kind of put it in sleep mode and turn the always display on off. So that would happen. But if you consistently always have this on, it isn't going to last you the full 14 days. Realistically, like I said, 4 days, maybe 5. Now, one thing I love about this watch, especially as someone who owns a Samsung phone, is the fact that you still have Samsung Health on here. And with Samsung Health, there is so many things that you can do as far as like competing with your friends or competing with people all around the world, or just getting to see what your health is really looking like. And something else it has is also the sleep tracking. So if you look right here on my watch, I don't know if you can see that, but it has like the time I went to bed and pretty much all my stats. You can go down and see like how much sleep you actually got as far as REM sleep, deep sleep. And you can also just show this on the phone to get a more clear picture of what your sleep is looking like and what your health is looking like. Now, the reason why this is also a very good price is because it doesn't come with a lot of features that the regular Samsung watch has, such as, having a microphone to be able to speak and it turn into text, such as making phone calls on the watch, making payments on the watch. But to be honest, I never really did any of those things. If I did have a text, I would just text it on my phone, because I feel like the speech to text really isn't that accurate. At least, I don't know if it's the way I pronounce things, but for me personally, I wouldn't use any of those features anyway. And the fact that this is $65 and it still comes with, me being able to track my sleep, my steps, and obviously show me the time with a really good battery life, I definitely think this is worth it. Now, let me know what you think about this watch in the comments down below. Something else you can't really do is pay on your watch. So I know, I think it's NFC payments. You would just tap your watch on it. I never did that either. I always pay with my card, or I'll use my Samsung Pay because I have my phone in my hand anyways. But if you used any of those features, this watch probably isn't for you, especially if you use those features on a day-to-day basis. Me, personally, I don't. I usually don't even wear smartwatches. Typically, I wear like a Hamilton watch, or just a traditional Seiko does the trick, but my doctor wanted me to monitor my health, so now I'm using this and I absolutely love it. You can still read text messages, you can still do a lot of things on this watch, and I think for $65, this is just by far an amazing watch for you, or if you want to get it for a gift. Now, if you have this watch or know somebody who does, let me know down in the comments below what you or they think about it, or if you have any questions about it, let me know down in the comments as well. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.